FX Nation, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. And in this video guys, I'm going to show you some actual trading, some live trading that I did back in July. And I found the recording on one of my folders here, so I thought I would just make a video about it and just show you the live trades that I took on that particular day. This day happened to be the US session. So I know a lot, we've been talking about the London session the last week or so, but these live trades that I took were actually from the US session. So there were 3 trade setups that were taken, and I'll show you, I'll play the video of me actually taking the trades and everything like that, but I want to first explain to you what the setups were, so when you see me actually taking the trade, you understand what's going on. So the first trade setup was Euro JPY, and so what was happening here on Euro JPY is you can see that we're coming off a peak formation high, okay? And so the trade setup here, typically I would be looking for for sell setups, right? Because we're coming off of a peak formation. Now, in this particular point in time, I was actually looking for buys, because if we go up to the 4-hour time frame here, you could see where structure is right here, right? And this is exactly literally where price action went to. Okay, so that's why I was looking for buys instead of sells. Another reason was if you look at the beginning of the week here, this is the beginning of the week here. We ended up having a full sell-off on Tuesday, and then we retraced, went sideways, and then we retested that same low again. Now, if you don't know, on a weekly basis, there could be 3 different cycles. This particular behavior that we're seeing here of a full drop on Tuesday, a retracement, and then a retest of that on Wednesday's London session gives me the idea that this is basically going to be a midweek reversal or a market maker cycle week for this week of Monday through Friday. So with that being said, those were the things that I was looking at when taking the trade. And I know if this was going to play out like I thought it was going to play out, then I knew that this move was going to go a lot higher. So the trade setup is this. You can see here it's a type 1 setup, and we ended up getting 1, 2, and then a third leg here at the US session. Now, I did not take the trade here because, as you can see, the second leg here would be actually outside of the box, and I don't take trades that way. The trades for me have to be either inside the London or the New York box. So with this particular trade, we got a third pushback down, which I wasn't expecting, but we ended up getting it anyway, so who cares? So this particular blue candle here was the indicator for me that they were done with this level here. You can also see on the TDI, we ended up getting some divergence there as well. So we had some good confirmations as far as the weekly market maker cycle going as a midweek reversal. We had the pattern, the timing, the TDI, all that stuff was there. So the entry was taken here on this particular candle, the next candle. So this blue candle here is where the trade was taken. You see the tiny little pullback that it did here. That's where the entry was. Now, the original goal of this trade was basically to get to the 800 EMA. But as you'll see in the video, it went a lot higher, and I ended up getting about 75 pips out of this particular trade. Okay, so that's trade number 1. Trade number 2 was Euro AUD. And so on Euro AUD, we could see that we're coming off a peak formation low, so we're looking for buys. And we ended up getting a continuation trade in the U.S. session. So the trade setup is basically a continuation trade in the U.S. session. Here's the setup. On this, you'll see that I actually put in a buy limit order on this particular trade, and it got triggered on this candle, I believe, on this candle here, because I put the stop, the buy limit order very low down here, because I wanted to get a really good entry on this. And I was willing to miss the trade. if it didn't come down to where I wanted to get in at. So essentially, the trade setup was like this. Okay, 30 pip, 7 pip risk, basically a 4-to-1 risk reward ratio. What I was trying to do. I was just trying to go back up to the same highs here. That's it, because that gave me 30 pips. Anything above that would have been a gift. But you'll see in the video where just take profits right at the very top here. So what do we have here? We have the directional bias. We have the pattern, which is a continuation trade in the New York session. The 50 pinning the price action as well. And then also we're bouncing off the middle. And as you can see on the TDI, we're bouncing off the middle as well. Okay. Third trade was on pound USD. And pound USD was basically also a continuation trade. And again, we're coming off of a peak formation high, so we're looking for sells. And you can see here, same kind of scenario. We had a big push down in London, went all the way back up to the middle of the range, and then we started kicking dojis or wicks out to the middle of the range. Okay, you can see here as well, we're getting some drawback here on the 50 where we're coming and turning back around and made the cross here. Now what you'll see on the video is I actually went in on a sell limit order as well. I originally put in a sell order right about here, and then I took it out and I put it back on a couple of probably like 30 minutes later, and you'll see that again in the video as well. But the entry for me was on this candle here, and essentially stop loss goes above the wick, and then again we're just going for 30 pips, right? Back down to structure here, 3-to-1 risk reward ratio, and it played out very good on my behalf. Funny thing was that, you know, if I would have kept the original, I believe if I would have kept the original sell limit order that you see me put in the video, I would have gotten stopped out on this wick. So pretty crazy how, I don't know, I just had a feeling that to take it off, and I just took it off, and you know, and I got the confirmation that I wanted with this, basically this big ass doji candle that said, okay, this is, you know, I'm incorrect in my directional bias, and I'm correct with my setup, so I put it back on. And so you'll see all that stuff in the video. But again, directional bias, pattern, the timing is correct, the TDI gives good confirmation, and we got the 50 going straight through price, and we're pinning also to the middle of the range. So that's another good continuation trade. So without further ado, guys, now that you know what the setups were, let's go ahead. Let me show you the video of me actually taking the trades. Enjoy. All right, guys, so welcome back. Hopefully you got some value out of watching those live trades taking the place. I hope that you got some value also from learning about how I take trades in the New York session. But guys, if you need any help, join us on FXN Plus. The links are down in the description. And if you're interested in joining the next mentoring class that's out in January, also link is in the description. Guys, thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the content, please let me know in the comments below. If you'd like for me to record more of my live trading and show you guys, please let me know in the comments below. And guys, have a great weekend.